Good morning, students. Myself Chandrika. I am PGT Biology and I am going to take your bio section from your science subject. As you all are aware about that we have started our chapter number 6, that is life processes. And in this chapter we have covered a lot of topics like photosynthesis, nutrition in human being, nutrition in amoeba, and respiration in human being. And for all these topics I have shared a number of videos with you, and a few assignments were also given to you. But today I will take a topic that is about how the energy is produced in our body, and that is basically called as the cellular respiration. So first of all, I would like to make it very clear to you what is the difference between breathing and respiration. Breathing is basically a physical process which involves only inhalation and exhalation of air in and out of your lungs. Whereas respiration, rather you should use a term cellular respiration. It is a biochemical process which involves breakdown of glucose in order to generate energy, which is used by the cell to perform various functions. What is cell respiration now? It is the controlled release of energy from organic compounds to form ATP. Cell respiration allows the cell to convert energy into a form that the cell can use, and basically the energy produced in the cell, it is stored in the form of ATP. The whole process of glucose breakdown will start with a glucose molecule, that is a 6-carbon containing compound. This glucose molecule is first of all converted into 2 molecule of pyruvate containing 3 carbon atom in each, and the process we will call it as the glycolysis. The glycolysis is taking place in the cell cytoplasm. So in the cytoplasm of the cell, a chain of reactions takes place that changes glucose into pyruvate. This is known as glycolysis. Pyruvate is 2 3-carbon atom compounds, and this produces a small yield of ATP in this one particular step. Now the respiration can be of two types. It can be anaerobic respiration and can be aerobic respiration. First of all, about anaerobic respiration. Glycolysis occurs whether or not oxygen is present and a small amount of ATP is made. So when the term comes, anaerobic means in the absence of oxygen. If no oxygen is available, then this is the only ATP produced in the cell respiration. So the ATP which is produced during glycolysis, it is the only ATP produced during anaerobic cell respiration. During these anaerobic conditions, glycolysis is able to continue only if the pyruvate is converted into other substances. Other substances here are like lactic acid as well as ethanol. Next, we are having aerobic type of cell respiration. As you all must be aware about the term aerobics. Aerobics means to take more and more air, to take more and more oxygen to your tissues. That is why the cell respiration taking place in the presence of air, it is termed as aerobic respiration. Pyruvate that is produced by glycolysis can be oxidized to release more energy. This occurs in the mitochondrion in the eukaryotic cells. Pyruvate oxidation releases energy that is used to produce ATP. The oxidation of pyruvate also produces water and CO2. So all these reactions we will see in a flow chart that I will explain a bit later. You can see this flow chart is given here. 1 molecule of glucose converted into pyruvate plus energy, and this process is termed as the glycolysis. And the site of this reaction is the cytoplasm of the cells. All kind of cells, whether they are the eukaryotes or they are the prokaryotes, they are performing this step. Further, if the respiration is aerobic respiration, this pyruvate is converted into CO2 plus water plus amount of energy, and the reaction will take place in mitochondrion of the eukaryotic cell. But if it is the anaerobic respiration, the products produced are here ethanol plus carbon dioxide and some amount of energy. and that will be taking place in organisms like yeast, etc., where the fermentation process is going on. This reaction is also called as the fermentation. Third step is there, that is the lactic acid formation from the pyruvate. It is mostly taking place in the human muscles. Whenever we are doing some strenuous exercise, what happens? We used to have the muscle cramps because at that time our muscles are lacking in oxygen, and they will start converting this pyruvate into the lactic acid, and very less amount of energy is produced here. Energy produced in the aerobic pathway, it is almost 36 to 38 ATP from one molecule of glucose. Whereas in case of ethanol and lactic acid fermentation or anaerobic type of respiration, only 2 ATPs are produced, which are produced during the process of glycolysis. This flow chart, though it is not much clear in the picture, but it is given in your books also. You can see the chart given over there. Glucose, 6 carbon molecule in cytoplasm, glycolysis will take place, pyruvate, 3 carbon containing molecule plus energy is produced here. Then once the pyruvate is formed, it is having 3 main options here, depending upon the conditions where it is further going to be broken down. First of all, in the absence of oxygen in the yeast, it will make ethanol plus carbon dioxide plus energy. Ethanol is a 2 carbon containing molecule. Then second option is there when there is lack of oxygen. As I have told you, in our muscle cells, when we are doing very heavy exercises, pyruvate will be converted into lactic acid plus energy, and lactic acid is a 3 carbon containing molecule. Third option is there in the presence of oxygen, that is in mitochondrion of our all eukaryotic cells, CO2 plus water is produced along with a large amount of energy. Now coming to the energy currency of the cell. As I have told you, ATP is the energy currency of the cell. Full form of ATP will be adenosine triphosphate. Here we are having one nitrogenous base called adenine joined with the ribose sugar, pentose sugar is there, and 3 phosphate compounds are there. They are very important part of the ATP, because whenever the phosphate component break down from the ATP, this breaking down bond, it will release some amount of energy, and that energy will be used in the cell. Okay, you can see here very clearly given 3 phosphate molecule are there, and when one in the presence of water, when one phosphate is released, this triphosphate will become to the diphosphate, adenosine diphosphate, and basically ATP is said to be the energy currency of the cell. Hydrolysis of one molecule of ATP will result in release of 35.5 kilojoule energy. This energy can be used for various functions in our body. That's why ATP is called as the energy currency of the cell. Now where the ATP is produced? This ATP is because you have done about mitochondria in your 9th class, and you have used the term powerhouse of the cell. So what is the role of powerhouse of the cell? To make energy for the cell. And energy, I have told you, it is produced and is stored in the form of adenosine triphosphate. So in the structure of mitochondrion, you can recall the diagram. It is a double membrane structure. You can see the outer smooth membrane is there and inner enfolding membrane is there. And these folds are called as the cristae. And inside the cristae there is a matrix which is filled over here, and there is a space between the outer and inner membrane that is called as intermembranal space. And this ATP synthase enzyme, as I have told you, mitochondria is responsible for making ATP, and this is done in the presence of an enzyme that is termed as ATP synthase. And this ATP synthase enzyme and the electron transport chain, it is a sequence of reaction that is resulting in the formation of ATP. And both of these structures, they are found in the inner membrane of the mitochondria. So that is the site where the ATP is produced in the body. And this ATP is produced by the consumption of the nutrition. And I have discussed today about the glucose breakdown method and how the ATPs are released. So students, I hope you have got the concept for today, that is about the various metabolic pathways to break down the glucose molecule. So I will come next time with new topic. Till then, have a nice time and stay healthy.